last time. The number went crazy. One of them told me, don't change nothing, leave it like that. I said, okay, I'm going to leave it like that. But man, we got Melvin Farmer and Ayatollah Marv in the building.
Ayatollah Marv.
Man, Ayatollah.
That's right.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk 101.
And hey man, this is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. I like to start off like that, man. We got two esteemed guests here today, man. These guys, man, they really don't need no introduction. They've been here before, man. They actually pushed my numbers up a lot when they was here last time. The number went crazy. One of them told me, don't change nothing, leave it like that. I said, okay, I'm gonna leave it like that. But man, we got Melvin Farmer and Ayatollah Marv in the building.
Ayatollah Marv.
Man, Ayatollah.
That's right.
Man, when we did that last interview, so when you think about the character versus the individual, as far as the way the mother brings this child to her image when she's dealing with it, do you guys see the difference, or do y'all feel like it's the same?
First, let me start by saying this. And it ain't gonna be no rebuttals about this. Shock jocks, killers, whoever the fuck running their mouth. I represent LA. And I represent this Crip shit. I don't give a fuck about a character, but I care about a person's legacy. Don't no nigga disrespect Nipsey Hussle, Monster Cody, Tookie, Raymond Washington, nigga. It's tried by 12 or carried by 6 anywhere, anytime.
Man, hey man, when y'all was together here, that was a crazy time, wasn't it?
No, I'm not talking about none of that. I'm talking about.
Talk without me then.
No.
Y'all don't talk without me.
It ain't like that, bro.
We ain't talking.
I ain't got to justify a motherfucking thing what I done said, my nigga. I done said it.
I still got people call that interview is the most viewed on our channel by far.
Right.
Well, it's one more with that dude from Country Wayne, Michael Bless. But other than that, them two right there went crazy, just like Melvin said. I was like, man, messed up my whole interview, man. I said, we supposed to been doing it. Melvin walked out, leave it alone. When you put it out, it's going to even do better.
I felt that that was real reality TV, right. That it should have been shown how it was, and they take the contents. It was really, you hear people say, like I heard a person say, oh, Snoop was disrespectful, Crip walking at the thing, but by the same token, what happened there was just an aberration, but it did bring awareness and created opportunities for everybody involved.
Right, because when we came together, nobody knew that was going to happen. Some people might have had a feeling, but we came with genuine hearts, hoping that we could all come together to resolve something. That was the main purpose for that meeting.
Well, but at the end of the day, when you really think about it, just the fact that, Melvin keeps saying, I hear him campaigning everywhere. I'd be like, I told you E to come to me first. I'd be like, but man, but I just don't feel like this dude was gonna, you know what I mean?
No, because
at some point, this conversation was not gonna be something where people were gonna just talk. I didn't feel that way. What did you think?
I was hoping.
No, but we didn't come in here with no EO. If you remember, Charleston White set the video up for us to come here.
Correct, but when Ayatollah went over there and said what he said at the first, so when you go back and look at my I knew that kind of threw my mode off.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And whatever y'all had going, it was personal, and what you said about Buntry, it's just like it affects us because it's like whatever you and him did when you said fuck Buntry, you know what I'm saying? It like you ain't been to Compton. This brother died for some stuff that was on politics. You feel what I'm saying? So I just wanted to clear that with you. You know what I'm saying? You understand where I'm coming from?
No, not really, but we'll talk about it.
Yeah,
we'll
chop it up. Because he walked over there and you said something to him. You remember that?
Yeah.
And when you said that, he was like, we'll just talk about it on the thing. And it was like, at that point, I'm like, well, this here kind of wild. You know what I'm saying?
I saw his vibe changed a little bit.
Yeah.
At that point.
So, but at the end of the day, do you feel like it accomplished anything? And I'll go to you first with y'all doing the interview here with Charleston.
Yeah, it accomplished a lot, but it really showed where a person's heart was. Like I told another brother that dude is not a person that is any position or has any desire to debate. He likes to dictate. So he has no podcast he ever did that he dealt with somebody that had a counterpoint to what he says. He's so used to running his mouth and saying what he say and letting it go. Mob James couldn't out-talk him. Cash Jones, Whack 100, couldn't out-talk him. But he brought some people that really was intellectually way over the top of him. He wasn't gonna happen.
Wow. When you spoke, Melvin Farmer, everybody, but you seen Carlos Miller came on here the other day. He say, I'm gonna say this, it ain't gonna be no rebuttal. You know, you could tell he watched that over and over again, and he's like, I'm gonna come in there like that old nigga did when he come. I talked to you in Vegas and I checked you, you know.
You just check me. I come on here like that one old nigga. First of all, don't nobody disrespect
Nipsey Hussle.
Nipsey Hussle.
You watched that one.
Tookie Williams. Monster Cody.
Buntry.
Me either, nigga. But the funniest shit was right after he finished that nigga Charles said, nigga, I done disrespected all them niggas.
Man, did you see that one?
They talk about that all over the place.
Just the way how he spoke about
your
it,
demeanor.
your tone,
yeah, man,
your everything. It's a wonder nobody came out with shirts that have all of that.
They have that. In fact, we're starting to market. There'll be no debates. I don't drink
mugs,
coffee. Mugs, T-shirts. There'll be no debates because, as you see, as we go further along in our endeavors on social media, whatever, whether it be audio, video, or print, a lot of times this really isn't no debate because we're stating facts as opposed to a lie, and those two conversations can never coexist, a lie and the truth. So a lot of people thinking, because if you remember, I said I wasn't even getting up there to speak.
Right.
Yeah.
Y'all pulled me up there.
Yeah.
I told
we
you, open it up. And this ain't just happened, Marv. Remember we went to Gangsta Chronicle and we had to tell them how to open it up with one line? We always tell somebody, because you can't know what our life is. So we'll point you in the right direction, like when we did Gangsta Chronicle. They couldn't figure out. I just start off, say, take us back to 1971. Any shows we do, you'll see with something where we don't script it to open it up to get it to where we go. So a lot of people had that interpretation or feelings that we was coming there to. You got to remember, me and him were still friends at that time.
Right.
Yeah.
Still talking at that time.
Well, that's the way I even met you, was through Charleston White. I tell people that all the time. They like, oh, it was a narrative being thrown like I just brought y'all down here to set something up, and it wasn't even like that.
But
we had already met in L.A.
But people don't realize I put Charleston White in the game and brought him breath from 2018 when he was a fan to come meet me. Charleston never was gang banging. You think Charleston could come to an A-Tray Park and say he from a rolling 60 to me? No, I'm gonna say, here, you called him. But that's for us that going. He never was a gang. So a lot of times, the narratives that you're hearing, because they're one-sided conversations, you don't hear the other side. And I don't think that's fair when it comes to accountability and reporting on these podcasts, as to where people can say stuff and things and slander your name and try to change your legacy, but then they don't get the chance or the opportunity. Why Say Cheese ain't got us on his show? Why Vlad ain't got us on his show? Because it will kill off that shit.
Wow.
They don't want the truth to be heard. And that's a problem. Why we got to go through that? We paid our dues.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk 101.